Hello students, welcome to this channel. Now we in the data structure series of videos we have completed a binary tree. We have discussed what is binary tree, and we also seen how to perform traversal operation in a binary tree. Now in today's video we will discuss about a special type of binary tree that is known as binary search tree. Okay, so binary search tree itself is a binary tree. So what is a binary tree? Means every node must have at most two children. Okay, so then we said that tree is a binary tree. Now we will discuss about binary search tree. So what is it? Okay, now a binary tree T. So T, let's say T is a binary tree. So a binary tree T is said to be a binary search tree if it satisfies following properties. Okay, so in order for a binary tree to become a binary search tree, it must satisfy some property. And what is that property? The property suggests that every node n of the binary tree, see, if n is a node of a binary tree, then each of its node of the binary tree contains data item greater than all the nodes in left subtree and less than all the nodes in its right subtree. So any binary tree is known as binary search tree if each node, every node of the tree must contain data item such that the item is greater than all the left subtrees of that node, but the item is less than all the right subtree of that node. Let's take an example from here. Now this is a tree. I have given a binary tree. Now let's check the fact that whether it is a binary search tree or not. According to the property, first check the root node. Root node is the data is 60. Now we have to check whether all the nodes, whether the data present in the root node is greater than or not than all the nodes in the left subtree. See, this is what the left subtree. This is the left subtree of root node, and this one is the right subtree of the root node. If you carefully observe that whatever data present in the left subtree, all the nodes of 40, 25, 50, 37, 45, 50, they all are less than 60. So 60 is greater than all of this data, and the 60 is less than all the nodes or data of all the nodes present in the its right subtree of 60. So whatever data value available in the right subtree of 60, they are all greater and 60 is less than them. Okay, so for the root node it has been checked. Now this property must hold for every node, not only for root node, for every node. So now this is a node which contains data 40. Now for this node also the same property must satisfy. So all the data present in the left of 40 must be less than 40. Means 40 must be greater than all the data which are present in its left, but less than all the data which are present in right. Okay, so see, whatever nodes that are present in the left of 40, 25 and 37. Similarly, whatever node present in the right of 40, whatever node present in the right of 40, they must be less than, they must be greater than 40, but they must be less than 60. Why less than 60? Because all these nodes are in the left of 60, but in the right of 40. So 40's right is 50, 45 and 56. These three nodes are present in the right of 40, so their value is greater than 40, but these three value are less than 60. I hope you got this information. Okay, now if you consider 25, there is no nodes in the left of 25, and there is just a single node in the subtree which is at the right of 25, and that node has a data 37, which is greater than 25. Now 37 must be greater than 25, but it should be less than 40. So it is given, because 37 is in the left of 40 but in the right of 25. So 37 it satisfies. Okay. Similarly, if you look at 50, 50 is present in the right of 40. Now let us talk about the subtrees of 50. The subtrees of 50 are, one is 45, one is 56. See, 45 is in the left of 50, so it is less than 50. Okay, and 56 is in the right of 50, so it is greater than 50. Okay, and both 45 and 56 are greater than 40 because they are in the right of 40. Alright guys, similarly, if you observe these nodes, all these nodes satisfies the same property, so it is a binary tree. Now if you carefully observe this entire tree, see, entire tree is known as T. So let us call the complete tree whose root is 60 as T. If this is root, the left subtree, this one is the left subtree, let us call it T1, and the right subtree, let us call it T2. You observe carefully, then the left subtree T1, if we just ignore 60, okay, if we hide this portion, then there will be a tree whose root is 40. Okay. Now this T1 also is a binary search tree. It also satisfies the properties of binary search tree, because the root of T1 is 40, and whatever in the left of 40, they are all less than 40, and whatever in the right of 40, they are greater than 40. Okay. Similarly, if you hide this portion, left portion along with root, we have T2. T2 is a tree, T2 is a subtree of 60, so let us hide it. Let us consider T2 as an independent tree. Now see, the T2 also satisfies the criteria of binary search tree. Means, suppose root of T2 is 90, whatever available in the left of 90, they are all less than 90, and whatever available in the right of 90, they are all greater than 90. Are you getting it? Okay, so we can say that in a binary search tree, following condition must occur. Okay, and what are the condition? Number one, for the first condition is the data present in the root node of the tree must be greater than its left child node, left child or left successor, left child node, and less than its right child node. This is one criteria. Okay, so in a binary search tree, whatever data value present in the root node of the entire tree, that must be greater than its left child node but less than its right child node. And second property is the left subtree and right subtree of root node must also a binary search tree. Okay, so binary search tree. So left subtree of the root and the right subtree of the root, they are also binary search tree. Okay, so that means they are also satisfying the criteria of binary search tree. Then we say the entire tree, the complete tree, will be a binary search tree. So I hope you understood the definition of binary search tree with this given example. Okay, now What is the advantage of binary search tree? Why we actually need it? See, the main advantage of binary search tree is in a binary search tree, applying search operation is when we apply a search. If we apply an operation called search to search a particular element from a tree, when I apply search operation, applying search operation is much faster as compared to searching in an array or in a linked list. Okay, so if we perform search operation in array or linked list, the time needed to search an element will be much faster in binary search tree. Okay, so in many program where searching operation is frequently used, then the data should be organized as binary search tree. Okay, so in those programs where search operation is frequently, like in banking application, like in railway reservation softwares, in those organizations the search process is frequently used, searching for a particular record. So in such organization, in such application, the organization of data must be done with the help of binary search tree instead of a simple array or a simple linked list. Okay, so this is what the definition and advantage of binary search tree. So in our next video we will discuss how search algorithm shall work in a binary search tree. So how to write the algorithm for search operation in a binary search tree. Okay, so till then, goodbye. Thank you.